For anybody who's seeing this, who isn't watching the news, can you kind of just briefly summarize what you all are doing here? What you've been doing for the last several days? And
what we've done is follow up on a visit that we made to the governor's office last May. And on that visit, we talked to the governor, and in effect, to no effect. We didn't cause any thought to happen, and it was an unsatisfactory conversation. We didn't really speak to each other. We didn't really hear each other, and we didn't talk back and forth on the same question as you have to do in a real conversation. But the conversation yesterday was much more satisfactory. And so what we are doing here is successful to the extent that the governor agreed to visit the coal fields and visit some of our people in their home places and see the problems that they are suffering there every day. He also agreed emphatically to oppose violent speech, the sort of threatening speech that has been directed against people on our side, so-called tree huggers who need to be removed from the scene, not necessarily by invitation. And but beyond that, he made our differences absolutely clear. He said, he made it clear that he believes that our opposition to surface mining is based merely on personal opinion and personal feeling. And he said flat out that he thinks surface mining can be carried on without damage to the land, the water, and the people. We are here, of course, because we disagree. But what he doesn't understand, apparently, is that we disagree on the basis of authentic evidence that the damage is being done, that it's measurable damage, and that there's no way to argue against it. In other words, our position has standing in fact and in principle. And I might add that one principle that's being violated by these coal companies over and over again is the principle of neighborliness. One of the deepest, most urgent instructions that we receive from our cultural tradition is the imperative to be a good neighbor to our neighbors. And this is ignored as an official policy by the coal companies and therefore by their government allies.